Oldies, AM 1400 WQXO Munising and 97.7 FM WQXO.
Good morning, Munising. Casey Ford live inside the Jamadot Studios at Gallery Coffee Company for Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400. 97.7 WQXO in this great holiday weekend. I'm going to try to, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not, but nope, that's just, that's moving my seat up and down. But I was trying to lock my chair. We have a good guest today. We want to keep this local on this holiday weekend because there's so much going on here in the city of Munising. Joining me in about 12 minutes will be TJ Lasla as the Soapbox Derby race will be taking place here in Munising on this Friday. Also, we're going to talk to Joe Paquette from the 4th of July committee. He'll come in at 10:35, and he'll talk to us about some of the events that are taking place, whether it's taking place on this Friday or if you're listening to us on Saturday morning and on Sunday, you can kind of get a gauge of what to expect here in the city of Munising. Now, I know you've all noticed, but I know some of you like clam up like hermits because downtown is so busy right now. Superior Street is super busy. Please take your time. Do not use the outside edges on Superior Street and use it as a 2 or 3 lane highway or expressway. It is 1 lane. It's down the center. Please go single file until you get to the dog patch where you can go left or right. And please, if you're hanging a left, don't be in the right lane. That's my little spiel on that. Other than that, I mean, it should be pretty uneventful for traffic and congestion. Everything is moving pretty smoothly. Even on M28, when it's down to that 1 lane, things are going along nicely here the last couple of days. I'd like to thank Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba for being a part of Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO. The Stars and Stripes sale at Ashley Furniture Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba is going on right now. Save up to 30% or get up to 6 years financing, plus get expert room design consultation from one of our interior designers at local family-owned Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba. I don't know how many people actually know this, but the majority of this furniture came from Ashley's in Marquette and Escanaba when you come down to Gallery Coffee Company, which is open until 2 o'clock today and open until 2 o'clock on Saturday, and they'll be open during the parade as well. So lots going on. I do want to say happy birthday to a couple of people. Before I get to that, let's see here. Yep, there we go. Happy birthday. One of them is a fine chef, and she's at Tracy's, and she gets Sunday off because Tracy's is not open on Sunday. But Allie Adamczak, happy birthday to you. Thank you for being part of the Rome family and doing what you do at Tracy's, making some of that delicious food. Also, I want to say happy birthday to one of my friends. He was an assistant coach with Ishpeming. He's current head coach of the Westwood Patriots, Scott Sergula, celebrating a birthday today. And of course, my one and only Sullivan, my 9-year-old boy. Happy birthday, buddy. I honestly, you're the one that made me a father. I've been blessed to do baseball games with you, get to see you wrestle, get to play in your first Gus Macker. Like, I'm super pumped that you're so athletic. I'm just happy that you get to celebrate your birthday today on this nice day, which isn't going to be too terribly hot, but I know it's going to be warmer this weekend. And I did a really good job fighting off tears on that one, because I really do get emotional when it comes to talking about the kids. But super pumped. My buddy gets to celebrate his 9-year-old birthday. Now, I do want to say this. Normally, like, and I've had a couple of text messages while this is going on, but there's like, oh, you sound a little different today. And it's because I do sound a little different. Literally, they're getting set up for the show. When I say they, Odin Horn is joining us, as he's a floor director now for us right here on Coffee with Casey, and Bryce Burge, executive producer of Coffee with Casey. He's the one that shows you all the shots on YouTube and on Facebook and gets us going on the radio and all that good stuff. Normally, I'm like super involved, and I'm help setting up. I'm getting the camera shots set up. I'm making sure the radio spots are good. I'm doing what I can do to help for Coffee with Casey. And today I was a ghost. Just a ghost, like just not here, not present. They didn't know where I was. It's one of those things right now. And I know you're supposed to be happy, exuberant, and everything like this. Oh, yes. I screwed up. Angus Horn is here, not Odin. Odin's his brother. Angus helping us up being floor director. Thank you for the clarification on that, and me just being space cadet right now. But I'm sitting there and I'm getting ready for the show. And I was talking to Josh Cole from Miners Falls Mini Golf, and I'm just not doing anything. Like, I can't do anything because of all days today, when it's my boy's birthday and it's July 2nd, and you're getting everything ready for the 4th of July and our broadcast on YouTube and on Facebook on Sunday. And I am laying on the floor trying not to die. Like, legitimately. I suffer from a lot of migraines, and I started getting them a lot more when I was in car sales, with all the lights that were like beating down on you, all the fluorescent lights, everything like that. And today was one of those days I woke up and I had a slight headache, not that big a deal. I was like, you know what? I'll just start drinking some coffee. We'll be good to go. Get some caffeine in me, get ready to roll. I'm talking to like Rob Steinhoff, prosecutor's office, a couple of different police officers, getting ready. And all of a sudden I was like, I need some ibuprofen, and I need it now, because I can actually feel, and I don't know how other migraine sufferers start to know they're getting a migraine, but like right around this area, if you can see on Facebook and on YouTube, like there's a tremendous pressure that starts right above my right eyebrow for everybody listening on radio. And I'm just like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. And about 8:55, I was able to take some ibuprofen, and I know, just because I know my body, that it takes a good 30 to 45 minutes for all of this stuff to kick in. And I was like, oh, like, so I'm talking to Josh Cole from Miners Falls Mini Golf, and we're having a text conversation. And I was like, dude, I don't even know if I can go on air. And this is 10 minutes before the show starts because of my migraine. And it's the worst. Like, I know Liz, I talked to Liz, and Liz said happy birthday to Sullivan earlier. I know Liz suffers from migraines. And if you suffer from migraines, you understand, like, you are like, it's a disability. Like, you can't do anything. Like, it's like I was laying down in the offices upstairs. I was making sure that it was in a dark room. Like, it's depressing to feel as hopeless as you do when you have that migraine. So I'm actually at about 9:50, I started feeling a little bit better, and the pressure in my eye like started receding. So I actually feel good right now. So I feel a lot better doing the show right now. But yeah, it's when you suffer from migraines, like, your life can be debilitating, and it knocks you on your butt. And like, I've had this conversation with my wife a couple of times before. When I come home from work, when I literally walk through the kitchen, go right to the bedroom, close the door, and lay down, like, Val knows. Val absolutely knows that I have a migraine, and it's going to be like an hour or two before I can do anything. So I do appreciate the sympathy that I get on that, but it doesn't happen all the time. I get like 5, 6 a year where all of a sudden I'm just crippled and I can't do anything. And I thought this morning might be one of those times, but thankfully it's not. And the ibuprofen works. So super pumped about that, because today's one of those days that I need to be on the A game, and I need to be there for the kids and not be sitting there laid up in bed. So anyway, thank you for letting me vent right here and tell my story on Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO. If you have any comments, if you're watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube, make sure you leave your comments. I'll try to get them on the air. I will do my best to read them, but I'm super pumped to talk about the Soapbox Derby right here in Munising tonight. And then I'm super pumped to talk about the parade with Joe Paquette from the Munising 4th of July committee. The one thing I do want to bring up is I know the township and the city are a little bit different. I know each township has their own rules, things like that, but it's the whole fireworks thing, because sometimes and I expect it this weekend, and it's fine. Like, I don't have an issue with it because I love fireworks, but I understand that today is Friday. You want to start lighting off fireworks. You want to start having a good time. It's a long weekend. It's going to be an enjoyable weekend. But yeah, just be responsible, be respectful. Don't be lighting off like, M80s at like 2:00 in the morning. I don't have any issue, going till midnight, 1:00 in the morning. I know other people do. I know not a lot of people are working tomorrow or on Sunday, but please be respectful when you're doing fireworks. I don't care if you're doing tonight, Saturday. The law actually states the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I don't know how many people are going to be out Monday night, knowing a lot of people got to go work on Tuesday to be lighting up fireworks on Monday night. But yes, we all know that for the next week or two, fireworks are going to be going off, and people are going to be upset. So if you happen to have that dog that gets scared, try to lock them up, keep them in the house. If you're a veteran, like I understand the post PTSD. I understand that, but this is a time for celebration of America. I hope you all have a great time. I hope you're able to get down to the park down here and watch the fireworks. So please go out, have fun, be respectful, respect your neighbors, and have a great time. It's a post-traumatic stress disorder. So yes, thank you, Bryce, for saving my butt on that one. Anyway, we're going to take this time out. When we come back, we'll talk to TJ Laszlo about the Soapbox Derby and helping us with the 4th of July parade, because he does behind the scenes work to help Bryce and I bring this broadcast together for you on Sunday. We'll take this quick time out. You are watching Coffee with Casey on YouTube and on Facebook. You are also listening to Coffee with Casey on SoundCloud, Spotify, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, also at WQXO.com. And we'll be back right after this. TJ Laszlo right here on Coffee with Casey.
Alger County Communities That Care is a local organization that offers preventative programming addressing teen pregnancy, violence, delinquency, school dropout, substance abuse, depression, and suicide. We are looking for members in our community to help with many of these programs and fundraisers we offer. If you would like to get involved, please contact us at algerctc.org. Alger County United and Thriving, promoting a safe, healthy, and prosperous environment for all youth and adults.
Are you looking for an afternoon of family fun? How about a change to your date night routine? Come to Miners Falls Mini Golf to experience the fun for yourself. Explore the waterfalls and rivers while enjoying 18 holes of miniature golf. Find our latest flavors of chocolate shop ice cream by visiting our Facebook page. Open at noon daily. Visit Miners Falls Mini Golf off of M28, 2 miles east of Munising, or call 387-4653.
Hutphin's Health Mart. welcomes you. Your hometown pharmacy is always here for you. Customer service comes first in all we do. You're gonna find that we love serving you. At Putnam's Health Mart, service is still our best medicine.
Putnam Health Mart has been a trusted source to handle your prescriptions for over 80 years. They're always ready to help in a personal way with their experienced and well-trained pharmacy staff. Family-owned and operated. Just people serving people. 119 Elm Avenue in beautiful downtown Munising with convenient parking at the front or rear entrance.
At Putnam's Health Mart, service is still our best medicine.
Tracy's Restaurant inside Roman and Munising is now open 6 nights a week. Come try our new approach to dining, a small plates culinary journey you won't forget. Enjoy small plates from cheese curds to baby wedge salads, to large entrees like surf and turf for two, a collection of quality beef, lobster, shrimp, and bluegill. And top off your experience with our large selection of wine, premium whiskey, and new tap featuring local craft beer. Open Monday through Saturday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Call 387-8000 for reservations.
So I've just been kind of volunteered for a few years. So
Back on Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, getting a little bit of the pregame conversation with TJ Lasala right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, also on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Facebook Live. We welcome TJ in because he's a big part of the 4th of July festivities that take place, and it's always a couple of days before the 4th of July that the Soapbox Derby takes place. So before we get into TJ and all that, Trevor Case says this. It says, for the 4th, we'll be down at the dock under the pavilion cooking our Case Country Farm brats and dogs for everyone. Come get lunch from us at the parade. That's Trevor Case with Case Country Farm. And I don't know if you know this. I know you know this, but I just went to Hillside East the other day and got one of his beautiful garlic summer sausages that they sell in those, and it's such a good job. In fact, I ate half of it for lunch yesterday because shouldn't eat the whole thing at one sitting.
yeah, all this stuff is really good. I think I've sampled most things, but I haven't got through it all yet.
We have some stuff still in the freezer that I'm waiting. We have like some ham that's in there that I want to get to, but I just haven't done it yet. Maybe this is the weekend. Everything's frozen. It's phenomenal. Anyway, TJ joins us for the 4th of July in the Soapbox Derby. So first, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this holiday weekend. I know your daughter celebrated a birthday the other day. I know being part of Deploy Technology and helping us up with the 4th of July parade, you're quite busy.
Yeah.
So let's take us through a 4th of July this year with the Soapbox Derby and getting things ready for the Soapbox. Like, what's some of the things that entails, like shutting down a street and going down? Like, where does this take place first and foremost?
Well, it takes place on Cedar Street, which is right across from Family Fair, a block off M28. So usually our biggest issue for the day is making sure that nobody parks there.
Okay.
Because that can be a big problem, for safety with the kids and stuff. So, we try to put a lot of effort into making sure there's cones and stuff out. We have had some bad experiences where we went to go race and there was a car there that we couldn't move.
Who do you have to coordinate that with?
Well, the city helps us out by bringing out roadblocks and stuff, but we had the idea. Actually, Amy had the idea to put out some signs. So we had some like real estate signs made, set them out in the grass in front of everybody's yard. So try to make it a little more obvious this year.
TJ.
Some of the challenges are. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty cookie cutter because there's been guys doing it for years. So we're kind of just merging into it.
So you're doing the Soapbox Derby. You got your kids involved with the Soapbox Derby.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that take place? How do you make a successful soapbox? How do you become a fast soapbox racer?
Well, I think it's all about. It's all gravity, so it's more about the ability for the wheels to roll and the perfect weight ratio. And I think that's the probably the biggest trial and error, I guess you'd say, is just, you really got to experiment with how the car comes off the ramp and how long it takes to get to the bottom of the hill. And
I'm sure
you have
aerodynamics
brakes.
have something to do with it.
Maybe a little bit, but they're not moving fast enough, really. I don't know, for airflow, but I'm sure it has something to do with it.
You would think, and I'm just thinking of like my NASCAR drafting kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think alignment is a huge thing, because as long as the wheels are perfectly straight, and then the kid's not steering too much.
Okay.
Because obviously a direct path is the fastest path.
Absolutely.
So as straight as they can go, and like being able to concentrate. So there is actually some, there's still some driver skill to it, even though there's no throttle.
The first encounter I had with Soapbox Derby, and you might find this funny, but maybe you've heard this a few times. Little Rascals.
Oh, yeah.
Alfalfa.
Oh, yeah.
And the crew getting their soapbox ready to race down the hill. And that's the first thing I think of when I think of Soapbox.
Yep.
Little Rascals.
Absolutely. I think we actually watched it with our kids for inspiration the first year we did it.
The oldest one or the newest one? Like, I'm talking like black and white one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, I don't know. That might even be before my time. How old are you?
Older than you, and I learned that.
No, I'm the new one.
Like I'm like the old black and white. Like, let's go, Mr. Ed. Things like that. Yeah. Fathers Know Best. Like things like that. So no, I do like the new movie as well. But yeah, like the first thing I think of is Alfalfa in black and white going down the hill in the Soapbox Derby. TJ Laszlo joins us right here. Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO. This portion of Coffee with Casey brought to you in part by Pictured Rocks Golf Course, as they have a fantastic fish fry on Friday nights. Get it grilled or blackened. They'll have it tonight at Pictured Rocks Golf Course up on H58 here in Munising. TJ joins us as we talk about the soapbox racing. So how long does something like this take? Is there rounds? Like, how do you get a first, second, third place? Like, take us through the process here.
Usually fortunately I haven't done the brackets. I'm not much of an athletic guy, but usually we had DJ Paquette, our athletic director, would handle those. So this year Savannah is actually going to tackle it because she's got some confidence.
That's her daughter.
My daughter Savannah. She's decided not to race this year. She wants to help out. So,
okay.
And I got my brother-in-law Travis from Georgia is up, and he's got some experience with sports, so he's going to help out too. And
so are there rounds?
There's basically we just do a typical bracket, and we do we call like a 2-loss out.
Double elimination.
Double elimination. There you go. I was trying to think of the word. So yeah, and basically, every kid gets a chance to race once at least, and if they lose twice at least, and if they lose twice, then we have 3 categories, or first, second, and third for 2 categories now.
Okay.
And it's kind of a traditional thing that they separated the wheels, because I don't know if you remember, a lot of the cars you see that are like derby cars that are officially, they have sanctioned races where they have criteria.
Yep.
They have those real small wheels. Well, a lot of the kids that build them by themselves, they use bicycle wheels or wheels off of a cart or something. So they separated it into 2 categories.
Okay.
So we have small wheel and big wheel.
How did you get involved with this?
When I got involved, it was more or less just out of curiosity, because I thought I knew Pete Simon really well, and he's he's the pioneer of this and building cars, and really being involved back in the day when he used to build them out of wood and actually put ramps in his basement to test the theory of weight ratio and all that, So I used to geek out about it in his garage, and I thought, hey, when I have kids, maybe they can get involved in it. So when that time came, when my daughter turned 8, it was like our goal to build a car. So we only did a car for the first year, and then Pete looked at it and he's like, "Why'd you build it like that? You've been looking at my cars. Why didn't you just build it like my car? They win." So I was so deflated that after that year,
you built it like he did?
We actually just used one of his cars. So now we cheat, and we're fortunate enough to use one of Pete's cars every year, and we usually do pretty well.
TJ Laszlo joins us right here on Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, also on YouTube and on Facebook Live and on SoundCloud and Spotify. So many ways you can listen to Coffee with Casey here in beautiful downtown Munising from the Jamadots studios. So You have this tonight. How long does it normally go? 6 to what? 9?
5 o'clock, and
Okay.
usually around 7.
Okay, so
You know.
it's not very far. How does one go and watch it? Do you walk up there? Obviously, you don't want cars because of the soapbox.
Yeah, there's a lot of parking around the formerly known as 387 Sydney's building there. There's parking around the Days Inn and stuff around back. So there's usually plenty of room to walk up, and anywhere along Cedar Street. The finish line is right at the bottom near Chocolate. So it's usually pretty obvious because we need a little runway for the kids to go beyond the finish line.
Okay.
And then, but other than that, people line up on the grass all the way up. Most of the people in their homes are courteous and come out and sit in their yards and watch it. So you're welcome to bring a lawn chair and join them anywhere along Cedar Street.
That's awesome. Now I want to get to your real job. Not saying that the soapbox isn't a good job, but you do have to get things, and part of your job is with display technology, and that has to do with a lot of computer electronics, setting Wi-Fi's up, things like that.
Mhm.
So we are going to be broadcasting this parade on Sunday from West Noda Street, and we're broadcasting from is the Grand Island Masonic Lodge. They don't have the internet there.
Right.
So take us through the process of trying to get a mobile hotspot to a place like that so we can broadcast a parade.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was lucky that we were able to work with Dan and Jerry from Jamadots, and Jerry came in, and we were able to tap into where they have their communications point in the Masonic Lodge. Even though they don't have the internet, he was able to tap into the fiber connection, and then at the plant, they were able to turn on that connection and actually provide the internet directly to the lodge just for this event. And we put up an access point that'll project the Wi-Fi signal out for about a block in all directions to be able to allow the film crew to stream the show.
That is absolutely fantastic. Is this like, I don't want to say boring stuff for you, but is this like kind of an easy setup? Is this stuff that you do all the time?
Yeah, I mean, it's basic configuration. It's funny, I went so long, you've had Wi-Fi in your house, but most people never log into it and configure their router for anything,
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty neat now to understand it on a level that is it's just second nature.
And that's the thing,
easy.
you guys are speaking these codes and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, when you say, access points, I was like, y'all do what y'all got to do. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how you log in. You have you have these boxes that you log in. I don't know what you're doing, but if that's what you're working with every day, that's awesome. So I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank everybody at Jamadots. I love that we can coordinate and work together and bring you this parade. So thank you for your hard work on that. Any 4th of July plans? Are you going to the fireworks?
Well, it's our 20th class reunion.
Oh
year.
yeah.
So
guess what?
I
It's
get
also
to-
my 20th class reunion, and my fellow classmates have decided that we're not going to get together and do anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I don't mean to say unfortunately, but I do have a busy weekend, so I'm going to try to relax as much as possible.
Are you on the
That's
float?
the goal. Yeah, we're gonna do. I might even end up driving the truck. I think.
Oh wow.
We'll see.
So you're going to be responsible for a lot of things. All right.
Too many things.
We'll take this time out. When we come back, we're going to talk to the guy they call Mr. 4th of July. His name's Joe Paquette, and he is putting together a lot of things to do here in downtown Munising to make sure that you guys have a great 4th of July. TJ, thank you for joining us on Coffee with Casey. Soapbox Derby, 5 o'clock tonight. Where?
Cedar Street.
Cedar Street. Park by 387.
Sure. Yeah, anywhere around there, anywhere up and down the blocks.
Go support the athletes. How many soapbox do we have as of right now?
We have 12 racers pre-registered as of right now.
Okay. So it should be a good time tonight. It's about a couple hours long. Go watch the Soapbox Derby tonight up on Cedar Street. We'll take this time out, come back, talk to Joe Paquette right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO at WQXO.com. And SoundCloud, on Spotify, and watching on Facebook Live on the Rome Media Facebook page and on YouTube. We'll come back with Joe Paquette right after this.
Experience the freshest whitefish around with the original wild whitefish sandwich or basket from A-Burger. A-Burger works with Van Landschutz & Sons to provide you a crispy fish sandwich with American cheese and pickles on a toasted bun. Or order the wild whitefish basket that comes with coleslaw, tartar sauce, and fries. You can pair your meal with a fountain drink or beer. A Burger is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., located at the only stoplight in Munising.
The Stars and Stripes sale is going on now at Ashley Home Store. For a limited time, shop incredible 4th of July deals. Save up to 30% or pay 0% interest for up to 5 whole years. The best 4th of July furniture deals are only available at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. So hurry in or visit Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba today. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Feels good to be home.
Do you want to know how good Happy tastes? The Munising Dairy Queen is going to have you cookie lovers fall in love with this. It's the new Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard Treat with soft-baked Nestle Toll House cookies mixed in world-famous DQ Soft Serve. And it's only at the Dairy Queen store. Stop by Dairy Queen at 221 West Munising Avenue and get the new Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard Treat because Happy tastes good.
Hey, did you get the new chicken Uber Pasty from Miner's Pasties yet?
No, I didn't. Does it have the taters?
Yep,
Does it have the rutabaga?
of course.
Does it have the onions and the carrots?
Yep, those two. It's a true Uber Pasty from Miner's with all the right fillings and that perfect flaky crust.
That sounds great. How do I get one?
The same as always down at Miner's Pasties, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 201 West Munising Avenue in Munising.
This is the Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba Munising Minute, powered by Rome Media. An attempt to override a veto regarding extra financial relief for businesses spending funds on personal protective equipment during the pandemic failed on the Michigan House floor yesterday. While passing again with bipartisan support, the bill's override vote fell short of the two-thirds required to defeat the veto from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The bill provided tax breaks for those that bought masks, sanitizer, face shields, and more in the fight against COVID-19, but Whitmer said that she vetoed the bill based on the funding source. Instead, she wants a more limited pool that comes out of federal funds instead of a more inclusive tax break from the state side. A few bills were signed into law by Whitmer this week, however, including one that allows emergency doses of insulin to those with an expired but otherwise valid prescription, and another one that helps students file for state assistance with college funding. Roughly half of the construction projects on UP roadways have been lifted in some way or another due to the holiday. Lack of workers and removed safety equipment are at numerous stops, including some in Munising, so please be aware when traveling this weekend. The Munising Minute is brought to you by Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba. The Stars and Stripes sale at Ashley Furniture Home Store is going on now. Save up to 30% off or get up to 6 years financing, plus get expert room design consultation from one of our interior designers at local, family-owned Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba. For Rome Media, I'm Bryce Burge.
The Stars and Stripes sale is going on now at Ashley Home Store. For a limited time, shop incredible 4th of July deals. Save up to 30% or pay 0% interest for up to 5 whole years. The best 4th of July furniture deals are only available at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. So hurry in or visit Ashley Home Store in Marquette and Escanaba today. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Feels good to be home.
Back on Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO from the Jamma Dots studio inside Gallery Coffee Company, which is open all holiday weekend long. Come and get yourself some espressos or, some coffee, hot chocolate. We also have some of this stuff. This is, and I've never seen this until about 2 weeks ago. It's called Blue Sky Soda. It's cane sugar cola. They have this here at Gallery Coffee Company. You can get one of these too if you have one. That's what I'm drinking today. Of course, we have the water as well. As you're listening to Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO on Spotify, SoundCloud, on YouTube, Facebook Live by going to the Rome Media Facebook page. Joe, go ahead and put those on. As we are talking with a guy that gave us the news story a few weeks ago, one of our most listened to podcasts that was only 8 minutes long. That's all it was, Joe. And last year we did a 20-minute interview, but Joe Paquette, they call him Mr. 4th of July. joins us right here on Coffee with Casey, right here on WQXO from the Jamma Dots studio. So first and foremost, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. And Casey, let me tell you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Officially in our studio now where people can see you and listen to you. It's a lot more comfortable, isn't it?
It sure is. It's a nice atmosphere. That's what you got to have.
Absolutely.
And this year in particular, been a hard year.
Yeah, and I want to get to that because your hard work, and I know you're looking for volunteers, for people to take over, things like that, but you guys have put Munising in a good spot, and you've already been down at the park on this Friday morning. What are you doing right now? Because technically there's no festivities that take place tonight besides the soapbox derby.
Right.
So what are you doing at the park on this fine Friday morning?
Well, we were down there. We were bringing stuff in that we can bring in. Like we brought in some logs for the guy that does the carving.
Okay.
Chainsaw carving. And we marked off our spots for where the vendors are going to go. And so there's, yesterday I was down there too doing the same thing. But, hey, you got to get it done when you can because tomorrow is going to be a real busy day for us.
How much preparation goes into the festivities, the fireworks, making sure that park is ready for the people to be down there?
Well, one of the things we're going to have to do right after the 4th of July, we do every year, is we go through, we try to have a meeting as soon as we can right after the 4th, because there's going to be things that are going to go wrong.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
Yes, exactly. And already we've come across several things that we're going to have to do different. And there is a lot of preparation. There's a lot of preparation with different committees to get some of their work done that they can beforehand. And it takes a lot. But we have a good group that'll be coming down in the morning, and they'll be setting everything up.
And there's lots that are going on. We talked about the soapbox with TJ before you came on, but the run walk that takes place, that's the first thing on the 4th of July morning. And I know there's normally a lot of people that partake in that. And you are a guy in how I met you, and I know I've explained this a couple times. When I first met you, it was all by you walking down to Ford Field because you're a devoted Lions fan. So you're going to be partaking in this 5K walk? I mean, it's kind of minor for you walking down to Allen Park from 10 years ago.
I do go down there before the run starts. I don't take part in the walk itself. And I know this year, I think they might have a participation maybe a little bit down because still of the COVID.
Okay.
But financially, they do well.
And we are a sponsor of that here at Rome Media for that run walk. And I'm super pumped to be a part of that. When I did the one for the YMCA, I literally woke up because I didn't know what the temperature was going to be. And I didn't want to overcommit to it because I didn't want to be running like 30-degree weather or snow like I've done in the past. And I woke up and I said, I'm going to run a 5K today. That's literally what I did. So if people want to get involved, can you register morning of for the run?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. DJ will be there. My daughter will be there. My wife will be there. They'll have enough help to take care of them. It's the first 300, I believe, get T-shirts. So, and I don't know where he's at right now with that, but I know last night he says, "Hey, I got to get going home because I got more T-shirts. I got to get in the packages."
All right, so I got to ask this. There's a couple people asking about this, and Liz and Joey Lynn are asking about this. Can you explain to someone who isn't from here the deal with the mystery man? Like, I get the concept, but what do you say if you think you found him?
I just say, well, now, to be politically correct, we were saying, are you the mystery person? But I think mystery man is going to stay for a while. Well, if it's a lady, just, use be appropriate. But if it's the guy, you can say mystery man. Just ask them if they're the mystery man, and if they are, they will give you a it's not a silver dollar, but it's the dollar coin.
Yep. Okay. Dave Seacott said he's heading our way. I'm assuming that means he's coming to Gallery Coffee Company. TJ says that this is something that was brought up this year. I remember it as a kid, but never knew the rules. Normally, they were a veteran hat or something as well. So there's some kind of clue on what to ask, who to ask kind of deal.
Yes, I neglected to say that. Usually they'll be wearing a some kind of a veteran's hat or something that pertains to them being a veteran. And the ladies, even if they're not a veteran, we're going to give them a hat.
All right.
And tell them to wear it.
But speaking of hats, you got a nice Star Spangled Banner hat there.
Yes, I'll probably be wearing that in the parade.
Yes. So you've been doing this for so long, and you've got that nickname, Mr. 4th of July. How many people have come up to you? Has anybody come up to you and maybe wanted to take over the reins of putting something like this on? Because I know you have stated a couple times, the committee is getting a little bit older. And you would like younger blood. I know TJ's in there. David Bowerman's in there.
Yes.
I know Matt Waldron has done some stuff. Officer Waldron, I should say, or Captain Waldron, just for correctness. But has anybody stepped up to be a part of a volunteer to maybe help relieve some of the pressures of the 4th of July for your committee?
I want to just say this about our committee. We got a good group, and we got some younger people in there now, and they're willing, they're anxious, and they want to. And once they make the commitment, it's a labor of love.
Absolutely.
They're hooked.
Absolutely.
And I think that we will probably have not negotiations, we'll have elections sometime right after this 4th of July to come up with a new committee. And I'm sure there's going to be some people stepping forward. Okay. We've got good people there, and I think some of them will be anxious to do so. And I think it's going to, one thing about the younger guys, they're more organized. I'm organized, but I'm organized from the old school, and they're organized from the new school, and they do things different. And you need that. You need change. You can't just keep going the way you are. You're going to get in over your head and you're gone.
One of the worst sentences I hear, and I hear it almost on a daily basis. Well, that's the way we've always done it. Makes me cringe, because that doesn't mean it's the right way. It doesn't mean it's the wrong way, but it means that, you have to be open to new things. And that's what you're saying.
Yes. I'll give you a couple examples. Okay. Down in the park, I never wanted them to close off that street.
Okay.
That was the dumbest thing that I ever did, was not by that, but the committee convinced me, yes, we got to do that. And so we did it. It's the best thing that ever happened. And so that's just an example of a small thing, well, actually it's a big thing now, but another thing would be, we always protected our veteran organizations that sold food.
Right.
We were going to be the only food vendor down there. And for years, that's what we did. That was a big mistake. People were lined up all the way up to the street to get food. And by the time some of them got there, they were out of food, towards evening.
Right.
Now we got a lot of food vendors coming, and we're making money off of it because they're paying us.
Right.
And so that was a change that needed to be done. And all you have to do is look at the way things are structured, and you can say to yourself, well, we can do this a different way. We can do this a different way. And Soapbox Derby come in, they do things a little bit different than what we did, but it's all for the better.
Absolutely. Joe Paquette, Mr. 4th of July, joined us right here on Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, brought to you in part by Jamadots, live and local Jamadots Stream TV, available only on the Jamadots network, offers 12 channels with local news and sports, 72-hour playback, records every channel for 3 days without needing to set a DVR. Call Jamadots today, 387-9911. So we've talked about Soapbox Derby. We've talked about the run walk. Then we have the parade. Mm-hmm. I know that you guys have been taking donations for the parade. I believe you guys are still doing donations during the parade. Is that correct?
That is true.
Okay.
And I want to give you a little history on that.
Okay.
When I first came on the scene, we had a lot of different people going down through the parade asking for money for their organization, whatever it happened to be.
Okay.
We stopped that. We said, from now on, we'll be the only organization asking for donations, because, you can only go to the well so many times, and we want to be the one that's there.
Well, and that's why I love this, because this is for the people of Munising Township, Alger County. Like, this is one of the biggest 4th of Julys in the Upper Peninsula, and best, I will say. But without the donations, we don't have as good of fireworks. So it's really, the fireworks are from the people for the people.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes, they are. And his name escapes me right now, but I know him well. He's passed on.
Okay.
But he's the one that really got me thinking about, why aren't we marching in the parade to get money? Because he would come to town. He lived down in Cadillac, but he was from Shingleton. And he came up every year for the 4th of July, him and his wife. They were both from Munising. And he come up to me one day and he says, "Hey, I got some money for you." And he gave me $425. And I said, "Where did you get this?" And he used to march in the parade too. He put on the old baseball uniform from the Munising baseball team that used to be sponsored by Whelan's. And he put that on, and he'd have a baseball bat he'd be waving, and he had a pint that he'd stick in his back pocket, and oh God, he was a character. And he gave me that money, and I says, if he can collect that much, why can't we? Because I know we can do better. And that was really the start of it.
All right. Joe Paquette joins us right here. Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO from the Jamadot Studios inside Gallery Coffee Company. And this isn't just that's done over a 2-week period. This is something that takes an entire year to put together. And like I said, there's a lot of things that are going on. You have the pet show that takes place. You have the chicken poop game. Am I saying that correctly? Is it chicken poop game?
Chicken poop bingo, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
The chicken poop bingo. Lot different than what we do for radio bingo, because we don't do that for radio bingo. I'm just throwing that out there right now. But I know the Horns, Angus is part of the chicken poop bingo that's taking place down at the park. So when do festivities really start down at the park? Is it right after the parade? Is it an hour? Is it after the fire hoses that go off here on Elm Street? When do things really pick up at the park?
Things will pick up down at the park right after the parade.
Okay.
And as the parade ends, that section usually heads for the park. So it's a steady flow.
Okay.
And things get going fast.
And it sounds like by the forecast that the firemen are going to be dumping a bunch of water on much needed people, because I was looking at the forecast earlier this week. Oh, it's only going to be like 68, 72. Now they're calling almost 90. So the forecast has changed. So it's going to be a welcome relief to have the hoses once again going off on Elm Street with that fire department. And I'm really, honestly, there's so many people that gather right there. And they look forward to that. And you got the fire people that are spraying over buildings. Oh, they're not going to get to me. The thing that always I laugh about, there's always some person that leaves their windows down right here by People's State Bank. And I just laugh, and I'm just like, they ain't going to be very happy when they get back in their car. Unless they're part of it. Maybe they don't know. I don't know. But it's always those people that leave those windows down. And I just laugh, because what are you going to do? At that point, you can't move it. There's so many people. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Honestly. So Joe Paquette joins us right here, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO Coffee with Casey. All right. So 6 o'clock. When do the bands start? Who are the bands that are playing? I know you have your little cheat sheet there.
Yes. We have 2 bands coming in. One's going to start right around 3 o'clock. And that's their name is Angels and Outlaws.
Okay.
And they will be performing until around 6 o'clock. And then they're going to be taken over by the Firebird. And they were going to be in our parade also. And they're going to take over at 6 o'clock, and they're going to play right up until fireworks.
It's awesome. I do want to say this. We talk about the parade. We have some fine sponsors for this parade. I know Bryce has done graphics for the people that are watching on YouTube and on Facebook Live. You see them on your screen for radio purposes. Jamadots, Putt Fins, Ron's Body Shop, Shunk Furniture, Alger County Department of Veteran Affairs, the Munising Flower Shop, A Burger, Hillside East, Taco Potamus, all sponsoring our parade coverage right here on the Rome Media Facebook page and on YouTube. And last time I talked to you, we were at one of those meetings, and you said, "Oh, Jamadots used to do the coverage on their webcam from Nelson's gas station." They are going to be doing that again this year, not from Nelson's though, but over here, I believe it's on top of this brick building right here because it's a clear shot. So you will be able to watch the fireworks from the Jamadots. I would go to jamadots.com and look for their cameras, but you will be able to watch the fireworks from the Jamadots live stream. So I didn't know if you knew that or not.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm happy to hear it.
Okay. I meant to tell you that. I've talked to you a couple times, or your wife a couple times, and I meant to bring it up, and I never did. But yes, if you go to the Jamadot stream, you'll be able to watch it from their camera. So I'm super pumped about that.
The first time that really sold me on that thing, I want to tell you the little story.
Okay.
The fireworks just got over. People are flowing out of the park. And I always stay there until right to the end, and then I go down and talk with the firemen down there. I'm their worst critic, by the way, and I go down and tell them what I thought I seen and didn't see. But anyway, Chris Case, I don't think you know Chris. He came by. He said, "Joe, I just got a text from my daughter, and she said those fireworks were unbelievable. She was stationed in Afghanistan." I blew my mind. I couldn't believe it.
It's the technology these days. And you love technology, especially when they're clear cameras that you can see, not the black and white stuff, because that doesn't really do you a lot of good. But yeah, the cameras and the technology from where we've come in just the last 20 and 30 years, like we're still in the infancy stage of this technology because it's always changing and always getting better. I mean, if you have a backup camera in your car from 3 years ago, if you get a brand new one, the backup camera's a lot better on the brand new one. And I was 3 years ago, you're like, wow, this is great. And now you're like, it's even better. Yeah. Joe Paquette joins us right here. Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO. Who is singing the national anthem this year? I never heard the name, just singing at the park.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I believe it's John Sola's wife.
Okay.
She did it for us once before, and I think it's her. But Sonny Putvin is the one that contacted the person, and I think he mentioned to me that's who it is.
Okay.
And I hope I'm right.
We fireworks around 10:30-ish? About?
Right in that area.
I know it depends on cloud cover and darkness.
Yes, because we got so much static about the time that we put in dark. And I'll tell you, when I have to believe it's going to be 11 o'clock before those things go off. You see that pink sky over there on the western edge? It's going to take a while to get those things up.
So we'll say sometime between 10:15 and 11:15 when it gets dark. I mean, seriously, I was up last night and I was looking. It was still pretty light around 10:30.
Yes.
So if you're expecting them before 10:30, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
One of the things there that this is always my favorite comment about our fireworks. This person from Detroit, he says, in Detroit, you get to see the fireworks, but in Munising, you get to feel them too.
You feel those booms right there on that bank down there at the park. So absolutely. We got a couple minutes left. Anything else you'd like to talk about before we get you out of here? I know we talked about Soapbox, the run walk, the parade, the events that are taking place, all the fire stuff that's going on, the pet parade. Anything else you'd like to bring up?
Well, I do want to mention that I know a lot of people aren't going to show up because of COVID, and I can understand that.
Respect it.
But like myself, now I've been vaccinated. I would encourage everybody to be vaccinated. Wear a mask if you like. That's fine. I may wear one myself on my parade march. I'm debating right now.
Okay.
But you got to do a lot of hollering and talking, and it's hard to do so.
Well, and you bring that up, and that's why we talk about the parade and us broadcasting on the Rome Media, because if it's the construction, if it's COVID, if you live out of town, we want to bring you that parade on our Rome Media Facebook page and on our YouTube page, so you can still experience the Munising 4th of July, because there's literally nothing like it. And the people that crowd the streets and the joy that you see on people's faces, you can still experience that. You might not be there, but you can see that on YouTube and on Facebook this Sunday as the parade does start at noon. Normally it's a 12:30 start time, but it's noon this year.
This is on a Sunday also.
Okay.
So when church gets out, we're ready to go.
All right. Joe Paquette, thank you for joining us. Coffee with Casey from the Jaminot Studios inside at Gallery Coffee Company. Enjoy your 4th of July. I know that there's a lot of work that you're going to be doing on the 2nd and on Saturday the 3rd to prepare for the 4th, but try to rest as much as you can as well. Stay hydrated because it's going to be warm outside. So please take care of yourself and make sure that your family members are taking care of each other as well. Stay cool if you can as well. So, Joe, it's always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you. And remember, 4th of July 2022 starts on July 5th this year.
Which is a Monday.
So, yep. Yeah. And so
it's one of those Monday morning details.
Don't drink and drive.
No, absolutely not. Be respectful. And as I said earlier in the show, make sure you give yourself enough time. Don't be pushing people in your cars. Everyone wants to get to their destination as quick as possible, but please be safe and please be respectful. Joe Paquette right here. Coffee with Casey, AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO. We'll come back, finish the show right after this.
When it's time for you to tackle a home project, you go to 41 Lumber because you know 41 Lumber has the best products so your projects will last. Every kind of home project, you name it, 41 Lumber has it. And 41 Lumber has the experience to help you with any questions you have along the way. 41 Lumber even offers complete home and project design services. Your projects start at 41 Lumber with better products for better results. 41 Lumber, building your dreams one project at a time.
As you're on your way out of town this camping season, make sure to stop at Hillside Party Store East. We have all your camping gear. We also sell live bait, fire starters, and boiled peanuts. Hillside Party Store East is also your home for Case Country Farms, including bacons, brats, brat dogs, breakfast sausage, chorizo, Italian, pork chops, pork steaks, and ham steaks. Hillside Party Store East, located between Connors and Hilltop Road.
As things slowly get back to normal in the Upper Peninsula, the employees at Embers Credit Union are here, ready to serve you. Our frontline staff is ready to safely handle cash and checks and answer questions you have about your account. Our loan team is ready to help out with new or existing loans in person, on the phone, or through email. Our commercial team is ready to assist you with your business loan and the payment protection program. We are always ready to take members to the next level. We're Embers Credit Union. Let's live it up.
Thinking about upgrading the bedroom carpet or the floor in your home? Now is the perfect time to get a quote from Flynn's Flooring in Wetmore. Flynn's Flooring is locally owned to give you the personal attention you deserve, from carpet to hardwood, or maybe even a vinyl or tile floor. Flynn's Flooring will sit down and go over options with you. So, what are you waiting for? Call and set up an appointment with Flynn's Flooring today at 387-1993.
Get your tacos reimagined at Taco Potamus on H58 in Munising. Try some of Javier's favorite tacos, which includes the Whitefish Happy Hippo Taco. Or try Javier's Love Machine, which features baby shrimp. Or snack on a churro donut. Taco Potamus is Munising's reimagined taco truck located at Hillside Party Store East, open at 11 a.m. daily. Hillside Party Store East, open at 11 a.m. daily.
Back on Coffee with Casey right here on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO from the Jaminot Studios. I'd like to thank Angus Horn for running the floor down here and getting the camera shot set up. Thank you so much for stepping up and being part of Rome Media. I'd like to thank executive producer Bryce Burge for putting Coffee with Casey on this morning. And honestly, those two, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here doing this show right now because I sat here literally laying on the floor until about 10 minutes before showtime because of a migraine, and I feel so much better right now. So I'd like to thank those two for doing the majority of the grunt work this morning and getting everything set up. Have yourself a great 4th of July. Remember, please be respectful. Superior Street here, downtown Munising, is only one lane. Don't make it three. It's one lane. If you're going on M28 going west towards Marquette and going towards Autrain and Christmas, please be respectful. Give yourself some extra time as we're all trying to get to the same destination and get there quickly. But please don't have that road rage that I've been seeing. And don't use a center lane when you're driving right there by the Holiday Station. Don't be using that center lane to pass people, because that's not what the center lane is used for. There is one stoplight here in Munising, and that's to make a left right here onto Elm Street. So don't be using that center lane to pass people, because that's just going to cause some accidents. We all know the traffic gets congested this time of year. Have yourself a great 4th of July. Please be respectful of your neighbors. No M80s or anything like that at 3 a.m. That would be much appreciated. But for Angus Horn, Bryce Burge, Casey Ford, you've been listening to Coffee with Casey on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO Munising. Now back to Good Time Oldies.